Hello and welcome to the Select Board update for the meeting that happened on Wednesday, November 3rd. We started the Select Board meeting at 7 p.m. with a few people participating in our citizens' participation. From there, we jumped into a poll hearing at 7:10. Eversource needs to move the pole that's currently in front of the new public safety building so that the trucks can get out. We discussed that and we approved that pretty quickly. From there, we went into a discussion of two new members for the Conservation Commission. Both Preston Crow and Owen Ackerman have stepped up to participate as members of the Conservation Commission. Preston is coming off of 15 years on the planning board. He took about a year off from service and has decided to jump right back in. Owen Ackerman has not done public service before, but he has been a beekeeper and participates in other things in Ashland, so it's nice to have him coming into the Conservation Commission. From there, we approved our consent agenda, just two items, some minutes and a grant that was moved around. From there, we went into old and new business. We reviewed the warrant articles for the special town meeting that is happening on Wednesday, December 1st. There are only 8 articles as part of that special town meeting. Most of them are ones that we do on a regular basis. There are some CPC discussions and then a resolution that's coming forward from the Sustainability Committee. So we reviewed that and then we voted to accept and close and post the warrant for that special town meeting on Wednesday, December 1st. From there, we went into our priority project updates, starting with the Rail Transit District. UGC, United Group of Companies, is getting ready to start doing some construction on their project that's up off of Memorial Drive. Also, we talked a lot about Trolley Brook Trail. A bridge has been put in place and they're getting ready to do the paving, and then there'll be a ribbon cutting ceremony in November. The exact date and timing has not been completely solidified, but if you're interested in participating, make sure you follow either the Friends of the Upper Charles Trail or check out the town calendar on the town website. We then discussed downtown. Construction is moving forward. There's been a lot of construction at the intersections of Main Street and Homer. We are very aware of how it's impacting the businesses, so they are trying to get that finished as quickly as possible, certainly minimizing the holiday shopping that's going to be happening soon. From there, we talked about the public safety building and the Mendez School public safety building. You're seeing more and more workers on site as they're starting to work inside the building. They're hoping to get the outside up pretty quickly so they can tighten it up before the winter. The Mendez School has a meeting on November 9th, and they're going to be looking at some work that has to be approved and reviewed from some of the subcontractors, and also a discussion of a groundbreaking ceremony. So be on the lookout for that when that gets decided. We then discussed the Route 126 project. Michael Herbert, the town manager, is going to be meeting with some of the condo associations that are impacted right now with all the work at Route 126. They're working as quickly as possible to realign the Algonquin Trail and the road across from it as quickly as possible. They're hoping to get that lined up and finished up within the next 6 months. The project is going to be going on for quite a number of years as they do certain work. We appreciate everyone's patience going through that side of town. Certainly we at WACA-TV feel the impact trying to get to and from the studios on Butterfield Drive. But please know that the businesses are there. They are still open, so don't forget about them and use a little of your patience and make sure you go and frequent them as well. The next discussion was for the Valentine Project. The Conservation Subcommittee, which is Steve Mitchell and Brandy Kinsman, had a meeting talking about the conservation historical restrictions and also what can and can't be done on that property. I know there's been a lot of discussion. We had money brought forward in June at town meeting to fix the roof and the foundation. As we started to go forward for that, we brought in another structural engineer. They don't know that the weight of the new roof would be working with the structure that's there, so we're looking at cabling. I know people have still a lot of questions, and we're trying to get those answered in regards to the cost of cabling and things like that. We are working on it, and we are trying to get more information out to people, so be patient, and thank you for that. From there, we went into our town manager's report. We talked about the now not so new COVID testing site that's happening at the Ashland train station, alternating hours, mornings and evenings between Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And apparently it has been very helpful for some local families. So if something comes up, make sure you check it out, make an appointment, and go. We then discuss the racial equity study. We worked with Suffolk University. They did a number of in-person meetings as well as doing surveys, and we got the first draft of the report. It was sent back for a few to have more specific data. We're hoping to be looking at that within the next next month or so, and then we'll also be getting it out to the public. We then talked about the safe harbor status that we now have because our housing production plan got approved. So that was a big thank you to Peter Matchick from our planning department, as well as Brandy Kinsman and the rest of the members of that committee. We then discussed the senior tax exemption, which gets voted on at special town meeting, which we'll do. And then we talked about Corderville Road Bridge. We're looking to get some state funding to do the construction and reconstruction there. And then we discussed an employee recognition that we typically have in December. We wrapped up with board reports. We were done by about 9 o'clock. So it was a quick one, some important things. And that's the select board meeting that happened on Wednesday, November 3rd.